Another thing, one of the allegations that they talk about, and you would be surprised how many times I hear this in debates. They tell you, yes, you Muslims say that you are a monotheistic religion. What does that mean? You worship one God. But the one God that you claim you worship happens to be another God, that the real God of Abraham, and the real God of all prophets of God. Maybe you're worshiping a moon God or any one single God. That is not monotheism. And they say it so many times, and a lot of people believe in that. And Christians come and say it, subhanAllah. So, just to make a long story short, I put it in the book, and I brought in the academic proof and the physical proof. The academic proof is that if you go to the Bible and look for the oldest name, I'm talking about the Old Testament. The Bible is the Old Testament, which is equivalent to the Torah, and then the New Testament, which is the 4 Gospels that the Roman Church chose to be the Word of God to Isa alayhi salam. Of its entirety, the oldest name of God is none other than, anyone knows? Elohim. What does Elohim means? Allah, Aim. Aim is a fixed part that keeps being added to names in Old Hebrew as plural for praise. So Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, to them, his name was Ibrahim, and it became Ibrahim. That he kept himself away from the sins and from the idols and so on and so forth. So Aim, you're going to find it all over the place. So it's Allah, Aim. That's the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Old Testament. And we say Allah. Is that enough? No. If you go to Surah Al-Zumar, and it's number 3. وَالَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ مَا نَعْبُدُهُمْ إِلَّا لِيُقَرِّبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ زُلْفًا. The 360 idols around the Kaaba, believe it or not, the kuffar of Quraysh used to say, we're worshipping them so they can get us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which one of the most extreme cases of bid'ah. That you know what, to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm worshipping something else. That will get me to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are we saying here? Even the kuffar of Quraysh and their parents before them, even after Isa alayhi salam, 600 years, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the God, the ultimate God that they knew, even though through bid'ah and through shirk, the associated partner with Him, that name was Allah. Anything more than that? Yes. In the first book of the Old Testament, in the Bible, the book of Genesis. Genesis is the creation of, how the word was created. In the first page, I want you to get the English copy and look at the first page of Genesis. Alright? It mentions the name of God 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the first page. God did this, God did that, God did this 7 times in the first page. When you go to the Arabic Bible and you look at the first page of the book of Genesis, what do they call that God? Allah. Here's a page, please pass it. This is the first page of the oldest Arabic Bible. Pass it inshallah around. So the name always was Allah, La ilaha illahu, subhanahu, in the Old Testament and the New Testament. Even the new names that they claim of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Jews, they would tell you, what, the secret name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you know, you can do this, this and that. What is it? They would tell you Yahweh. And comes from it, if you heard Jehovah's Witness, Jehovah's is another, mutation of the word Yahweh. What does Yahweh means? At the old times, people were scared to mention the name of Allah like that. So they used to say Huwa. So when they supplicate to Allah, they would say Yahuwah, and it changed to Yahweh. Yahweh. Even if you look at an Upper Egypt kind of dialect, you would understand where it came from. So again, the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the same for Muslims as it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the God of all the worlds, inshallah.